Hey, good morning. It's 10 minutes till noon, so Mountain Standard Time. So it's still technically morning. So, how you doing? We're on the Rock Island Trail, and we're gonna catch a little off-road dirt chute, path to see if we can get up to Constitution, because otherwise we have to jump on Powers Boulevard going the wrong way, which is not a good thing at all. And so yeah, nice day today. Supposed to be somewhere between about 58 and 60 Fahrenheit, and Joe's along with Stuart. Her minion wingman. Got another bike coming up behind us. So, but yeah, it's kind of a nice trail because except for where you have to cross major busy streets in the city, it's actually pretty mellow. And it's got, lots of trees and stuff. Of course, being winter, there's not much there, but yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully this little path we're going to pick up isn't like horribly bumpy. But it's been a long time since I've done it. But I believe we can get over to Constitution, and then we can cross Constitution and go over to Panera Bread and get our iced tea. Go with our brown bag lunch. But if it doesn't, then we may have to turn back and probably have to go all the way to the Maverick store and get an iced tea there. Okay, Joe, it should be here anytime. Where is this puppy? Yeah, I think that's it right there. Right in front of you. Might want to get into an easy gear. Okay, let's see. Hold on a second. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. 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 I think we needed to go that way. I think. You know what? Skip it. Let's just go. Yeah. We can get off here, I think, if you turn hard. Well, no. Well, I don't know. It's up to you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I don't know, man. That doesn't look safe. It really doesn't. Yeah, because otherwise we got to find, might want to just back up a little. Yeah, I don't know. That just doesn't look safe for these trikes. It's pretty thin over there. It's okay for a two-wheeled bicycle, but I just don't think it's going to work for these trikes. Okay, you got to give yourself some spin. Get down in nice low gear and spin. There you go. Okay, what the heck? I got the same problem. Okay, now I got to back up a little. Nothing like having to do this one-handed, I'll tell you. Yeah, so that's not going to work for us because the trail looked just like it, you know. It was even thinner than that one, and it's got a real sharp rise. So that's just not going to work for us. I thought it was a little wider than that, but I guess I'm wrong. Hey, what do you think about this one maybe? Guess we give it a try, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. I took you off on the wrong trail. Oh man. Dirt's still a little soft, but it's better than it was over there. And it gets real thin and we have to kind of fight the weeds. But let's see where this leads. Okay, we have a little wet right here. Joe and I don't normally do this, but like I said, we were trying to find a way over to... Oh man, if that's fenced off, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, good. It's getting muddy though, damn. Okay, good. Now that I've filthed up our trikes horribly. Yeah. Okay, yeah, over this way. Okay, well, pretty sure this is where I wanted to go. Now when we come back, we won't come this way. What we'll do is, because when we come back we'll be going down Powers, which does have a fairly decent emergency lane, and we're going the right way. So otherwise we have to go against the green there. So that was a bit sloppy. We both got mud on our tires now. Of course, like Joe said, we really need to wash these things anyway, so. Yeah, it looks like some pretty heavy traffic here, so I don't know what this street is. Interesting.
Constitution Court.
Huh?
Constitution Court.
No. I meant the one that the cars are on.
My guess would be Constitution.
Well, and it's a lot farther away than I thought.
Because this is the area they always complained about, the Postal Service always complained about, because that Court, Lane,
Yeah.
everything coming off.
Yeah, Court Lane, Place,
Avenue,
Street, Avenue,
Boulevard.
Boulevard, yeah. With the same name.
Hopefully we have sidewalks. There's Constitution.
Yeah, it says Constitution Avenue. But which way is it going? Which way do we need to go?
That way.
Huh?
To the right.
Need to go that way?
Yeah.
Okay. That kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. Go ahead. There's the entry over there. And we don't normally like to ride the sidewalk, but don't know if that lane is open all the way to where we want to go. It might be. If it is, next time we'll use that instead of the sidewalk. But I got a feeling that not that many people are walking. This is the north end of Colorado Springs. Right now we're on Constitution Avenue. And what we want to do is take it up to Powers Boulevard, and then we're going to cross Powers Boulevard and go over to the I think it's called the First Main Center, or Town and Main Center, or something like that. But it does have a Panera Bread. A little hard to get to, but so what we'll do is I'm going to shut down the video once we get to where we're going to turn. because it's like, you know, all kinds of little twisty streets, so we kind of got to get to, well, you know, Joe, it looks like the lane's there. We might as well take that extra lane. That would be easier than the sidewalk. Yeah, we don't normally like being on the street, but that's not a double wide sidewalk, so it's amazing how many people have their car and yet you know, they got stuff, you know, plastic falling off the bottom. Ah, Joe was right. She has a good sense of direction. I'm glad I listened to her. So let that be a lesson to you fellas. Always listen to your wife. Joe says no, not always. And it's really sad that the city won't, you know, won't widen that path and asphalt it. So we've got this access, because this will be, this is, you know, I mean, this is much easier than doing what we got to do. Because worst case scenario, we could go all the way down to the end of the frontage road on Powers. But that takes us a long ways off. We'd have to come back up. So yeah, I don't know what this street is, but the next one will be Powers Boulevard. So this is called Rio Vista. Don't know what the heck that means. But yeah, we're gonna turn, gonna get back on the sidewalk, Joe. Except for that truck's in the damn way. Gonna have to go around behind them, so do a right turn, come in behind the cars there. Wait a minute, you got a straight one here. Okay. Okay. There you go. Nice wicked turn. I tell you, it's not easy to do this one-handed. Okay. Made it. All right, yeah, see, that's the shopping or the retail center over there. Not really a shopping center, but it's a retail center. What exactly the difference is, I don't really know, but there's, you know, there's a lot of places you could get food. In fact, there's even a McDonald's over on the other side here I forgot all about. We could have made that easy on ourselves. Yeah, nobody's gonna wait for us. They should. All right. I guess I shouldn't have said that. We finally got somebody to wait for us. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down the video here. Well, maybe not, because it looks like the light might change here pretty quick, so we'll keep it going for a little while. Yeah, you'll just have to talk to me, you poor people. Yeah, like I said, we don't normally do dirt. Dirt's not our thing, okay? We really don't like dirt. But I was trying to remember by memory if there was an offshoot trail that would get us over here, and I was right. It's still there, but I picked the wrong trail to start with. Joe had better instincts than I did, because she stopped right there and looked, you know, so that really helped. Yeah, we're today is Friday, 1st of March, so happy March. We're supposed to have a pretty nice day today, but tomorrow's supposed to be windy, really windy, and then Sunday is supposed to have a chance for light snow showers. So typical bipolar weather here in southern Colorado at this time of year. Always an idiot. Yeah, some guy was popping a wheelie on a motorcycle. You know? At least if he fell over where he was doing it, he'd only hurt himself. And a fairly decent looking motorcycle, which would be a real shame. Okay, here we go. I'm barely gonna make it. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, massive amounts of traffic everywhere. Oh shit, my fault, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop with one brake enough. Thought I could, but I couldn't. Okay, Joe, let's stop here so I can shut this down. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna need both hands for the shopping center run, so you can go ahead and shut her down. And hey, BJ and Joe Ando from Out and About on the Recumbents, and we will get back to you. That's a promise. Bye. All right. As I promised, we'd be back. We blasted down Powers and pulled the trikes over the gutter, which is a pain in the bottom end. And, you know, the city talks about, you know, going under Powers Boulevard, you know, to continue the trail, but I don't think that happened in my lifetime. I'm 68 years old. I doubt seriously they'll do it before I have to quit riding or I pass away, one of the two. Yeah, it's a real shame. There's an actual brewery over here, but they don't have iced tea, you know. Sorry, it's really soggy right here, man. I don't know why they didn't finish the concrete all the way to the end of the trail. The city does weird stuff, you know. I mean, it just does. And they do good stuff too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They do a lot of good stuff. Like they're putting in the Rock Island Trail connector behind, literally right behind where Joe and I live. So in our apartment complex. So that's pretty cool, you know. I mean, yeah. Okay. We're gonna stop here because I want to take some pictures of this trail, because I'm going to send it in and ask them if they could get off their butts and oh, yeah, do me a favor, take one shot there and then go about by that tree and take another shot so they can see the sign and all that other stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try to convince the city that they should you know, make this a path. There's really no reason why they can't, because it actually does go over to a city street, goes over to Constitution Point, and we can pick up Constitution Avenue over to Panera Bread that way. Didn't want to come back that way because right now it's all dirt and nasty and it's muddy, and we've got enough mud on these poor things today. It's a real drag. But yeah, there's Joe's trike there. That's her Trice T. Trice is the older version of ice. Joe. Let's see, what do we got here? Well, let's see, we got about got a little bit left of stuff, but I don't think the battery's going to last much longer. Let's says here we've done 3 minutes on this time, so we'll just run it till it runs out, okay? Hope that's okay with you guys. But yeah, you know, so like I said, it's a beautiful day. Give you a little upper view there. Sorry about that. I keep tapping my fenders because this selfie stick's quite long, and it can actually go longer. So, but yeah, so we're back on the Rock Island Trail, back on the lovely concrete part of the trail. All the trail up north here, up to Powers, is concrete. I wish we could convince them to finish down by us. There's only 2 sections left that have the old nasty asphalt with the big huge cracks all the way across it. But they're really strange. They'll only do so much for one trail. Now, I guess I understand that, except for the fact that the Rock Island is the absolute main east-west trail out of Colorado Springs. So it should have, it's supposed to be considered a tier 1 rail trail, but they don't give it any more real priority than they do anything else, from what I've been able to see. They're like, they do a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, and then they'll ignore a trail for several years, and then they'll do a little bit more. You know, it just drives you crazy. You just want to say, finish the trail, will ya? At least I do. It drives me nuts that they, especially like I said, because this is the main east-west. So they should have complete priority, you know. It's like the Midland Trail. That should have priority because it's east-west, and that goes into Manitou. And, but yeah, so, but we did accomplish what we wanted to do. We wanted to find if there was another way to Constitution Avenue, and we found it. It's just not very good for our trikes. You know, that's where the bicycle people, you know, the two-wheelers have a real advantage of us, you know, because, you know, little tiny trail is just fine for them. They don't really care, you know, ain't no big deal to them. But for us, being almost 3 feet wide out front, you know, these little tiny trails are a real pain in the bottom end. I mean, real pain in the bottom end. Okay, we're gonna go down a big old hill here, so we're gonna be bumping and thumping and making a little bit of everything here, but I'm gonna go ahead and gear down for the other side. Yeah. Now this Rock Island Trail is an actual rail trail. One of the 3 that we have here in Colorado Springs. And even though this is concrete, it's still pretty bumpy. I'm gonna try to hold up a little higher on my stick here, so now we're gonna go up this incline, so, and I'm not gonna pedal till it really slows down, and then so I can, you know, not pedal like a tricycle. Gonna have Joe go around me because I'm down to tricycle mode here. There she goes, Miss Speedy. Yeah, you can see we came down a big hill there. We got an even bigger one here. This one's gonna be a little weird because I really need to be able to use both brakes. So what I'm gonna do is you're gonna get kind of a weird view. Okay, so here we go. I gotta get down here so I can pull this brake. trikes are just really, really good about being able to, you know, go straight and go fast down a hill. I mean, I'm sure some of the other premium brand trikes are too. Now, like we told you before, you know, we can't afford a new ice. We wish we could. Except for the fact I'm not happy with the only kind of e-assist system you can get without voiding the warranty on a brand new trike. That's really sad. Is the Shimano E8 or the E61 or what, you know, but I don't want a Shimano system. Shimano may make really good derailleurs and all that kind of stuff, but they really do not, their motor, not the motor's good, but the battery holder, the display unit, they all seem to have problems. Neat little sitting area here. So, but yeah, they just seem to have problems. Every time you turn around, you know, they're having to readjust everything or tighten down screws constantly. You know, the very basic rear wheel hub pedal assist E system that Joe has, that thing's like a rock. The display works just fine. You know, we never had any problems with it. The battery holder works just fine. Battery didn't have any problems. And it just seems with the Shimano, you know, they do where, you know, like the Bosch or the Brose, B-R-O-C-E, I think it is. The one's German and the other one is, I think it's strictly on a Zub recumbent, a Zub recumbents, not just the trikes, but because they make bikes too. But yeah, it's called Brose, B-R-O-S-E, something like that. And there's a good view. Oh, scared the hell out of me. I don't think you would have bothered me, but I just wasn't ready for it. I understand, you know, because sometimes these trikes just, I don't know, you know, a lot of dogs, doesn't bother them at all. Joe's had dogs jump into her lap, you know, saying, hey, take me for a ride. But some dogs, oh boy, just the sight of these trikes just drives them nuts. It's really weird. Really weird. There's another good view of the peak up there. Way up there, yeah. Got these pretty blue skies today. Howdy. Yeah, this is a very popular path here because it's the only one that goes, you know, that really goes east at all. You know, because, you know, Powers used to be really, really far east. In fact, I remember when it was a 2-lane dirt road. You know, now it's a 8-lane, you know. Hello. Almost a super highway. Wouldn't be far. In fact, I'd heard, you know, rumors they were gonna make it another interstate, you know. But I don't think they'd be able to do that because too much of it goes through town. But, yeah, like I said, it's a beautiful day. I mean, it really is. It's a beautiful day. It's funny because they said today it was supposed to be windier than yesterday, but at least so far, and it's already almost 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Man, it's actually less windy today than it was yesterday. Really fortunate because, like I said, come Sunday, weather's going to change drastically. We got a cold front coming in, and we're going to get, well, we might get some light snow. We don't know yet. We never really know. It's kind of weird. Because we have this, you know, like I said, you know, Colorado Springs is basically extreme western Kansas with a really pretty background. And those mountains, they change our weather. Sometimes the front, well, they think it's going to come over, and it doesn't. You know, it shifts north, it shifts south because it hits the mountains and the foothills. And then other times they say, well, we're going to be fine. Next thing you know, we got 6 inches of snow, so that's why I say we have the weird type weather. So you want to do that? Yeah, that's fine with me. It is a lot easier than waiting for these clowns. I really don't know why it would hurt them to put a light up here. It's not that close, So we're gonna jump off the trail here for just a little bit and go down and use the actual lighted school crossing down here, because it's just a lot safer. They don't slow down much, so like I said, we don't normally ride on the sidewalk unless that's all there is. So, and on this side it's just a regular sidewalk. It's just single wide. It's a real bummer. But howdy. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, this is a weird one though. You're gonna have to get off the trike and go hit it. Boy, they couldn't have put that in a worse place. It's gonna change quick, Joe. Okay, it's already changed, so you just gotta jump in and hit it. Come on, it's gonna die if you don't hurry up. There we go. Oh, ow. That's really hard on the rims, BJ. But sometimes they love to make 90-degree corners out of these sidewalks, which I've never figured out, They could make it straight. Why not just make it straight? No. They got to put in a 90-degree corner. And trikes are not real good at 90-degree corners. Oh, this schmuck here thinks he's, going to get so much further. Yeah, we have a lot of lousy drivers in this town, man. There are a few good ones, but I would say the percentage of good is about 25% at best. The other 75 would just as soon kill you than stop, or slow down even. Yeah, see they had to stop for heat. They were nice and stuff. They don't have to stop, but they should, because there is a sign here that says this is a crossing. Okay, so now we're back on the actual trail. Let me check and see if I got any time left. It's really weird. The screen, the little screen up front here gets like color flashes in it and stuff, So it's really hard to read sometimes. Oh, there we go. I guess it's my sunglasses. How about that? Well, it's still recording, but it looks like my card's about empty. I gotta get a bigger card. This camera, even though I'm only running 1080p, it does seem to eat up the card, and it's a 32 gig, but it does seem to eat it up a lot more. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I need to get me a better, like a 128 gig card put in there. Then I'd have plenty. Of course, then the battery will will die long before, because my battery's down to at least 50%, maybe even a little lower. But like I said, we're just in here to just making content today. Thought we'd take you on our little off-road journey, because that's pretty rare. You won't see BJ and Joe Hondo go off-road very often. We don't like dirt, okay? We're just not dirt people. Our trikes aren't set up for dirt. If they were full suspension and we had the right tires, yeah, that'd be fine. Especially if they're both, you know, when I get mine, you know, when I get my e-assist system, which I'm going to. Sorry, we got to go over a bridge here and it gets real bouncy, so I'm going to try to hold it still as I can. The one funny thing about it is my trike will coast faster than Joe's. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because she has the motor and that makes her trike heavier. But I weigh at least, you know, Joe weighs like 125 pounds and I weigh like 170. So, you know, that's all, you know, it's 45 to 50 pounds. And I know the E-system and the battery don't weigh 50 pounds. So you would think that hers would coast just as fast as mine. But for some reason, mine just seems to coast faster. Could be that there's a little drag, you know, because she has the rear hub E-motor. Now, so maybe it has a bit of drag, and it won't, you know, natural drag, and it won't let her rear wheels spin as fast as mine. Guess I'll find that out when I get my e-assist system, because then I shouldn't be able to, if that's what's going on, I shouldn't be able to out-coast her anymore. Yeah, we're back at major intersection here. This is Academy Boulevard. And they call it that because this road will take you all the way to the south gate at the Air Force Academy. But it's a long, heavy trafficked, 5 billion stop sign kind of road, man. You really don't want to use this one. If you're in a car, you want to be on the interstate. Okay, Joe, we got it. All right. So now we're crossing, as you can tell. It's a big one. Got a nice. It's too bad they don't have underground utilities here, because there'd be some really nice views of Pikes Peak along this trail. It wasn't for all them telephone poles. Well, you know, hey, we really appreciate you guys riding along, and we really appreciate you, our subscribers. You guys and gals have been the best, man. You stuck with us through, because I know, you know, some of our stuff is a bit probably on the boring side next to everybody's cool, you know, rides on great, awesome trails, and we still haven't won the Colorado Powerball or the Mega Mill yet, so that's not in the cards until that happens. Although we've been trying to figure out a way to at least go do the High Trestle Trail in Iowa this summer. It's just that, you know, we don't have a vehicle, so we have to rent a van or a truck, and you know, you're looking at $80 plus a day to rent the vehicle, and then another, you know, $25 to $40 a day to you know, have insurance and that kind of thing. So it's a lot of, you know, I mean, it's a buku bunch of money. I think it came out for a rental for 3 days came out to like $1,100, and that was 2 or 3 years ago. You know, we don't, that kind of money we can't come up with. It's really a bummer that there's not, you know, a train that, you know, goes across the central United States that could handle our trikes, you know. Put them in a baggage car, you know, and lock them down. Because our, excuse me, my voice is kind of dying here. I need a drink. Gotta do this fast or I'll run off the edge here. But yeah, So, but we really do appreciate our subscribers. And if this is your first time, welcome. Please subscribe. We'd love to have you. We're trying really hard to work our way to 500. We're not even, almost to 4. We're getting there, like 360 something, you know. So we're on our way, but it would be really cool to get to 500. There'd be a lot of construction all over today. Yeah. Joe's a sweetheart. She can get in and out of her clips. You know, we use the clip type shoes, you know, cleated clips, you know, and to keep our feet on the pedals. But she can get out and into hers a lot faster than I can get out and into mine. So go ahead, Joe. So we get to these lights that just really are not set up well for somebody on a trike, you know. She'll jump out and take care of that for me. Like I said, it's really too bad that there's always stuff in the way of the views of Pikes Peak. Bummer. Got it caught on my glove. Trying to spin it around and I couldn't do it because it got caught on my glove. Alright, check our time here. Well, we've been doing recording for 26 minutes. The problem of it is these glasses are not good enough. It looks like, I don't know, my card may only have like 35 seconds left. Or 35 minutes. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like there's a dot in front of it, which means it's 35 seconds. Or it could be 35 minutes. Because, you know, the dot, there'd be an hour in front of it. But, yeah, that's another thing I come up with the bucks for is a backup battery. Because sadly I've got an extra battery for the 4, but it won't work in the 6. So yeah, it's kind of one bad thing about GoPro itself is that every time they change stuff, you know, they put in a different kind of battery, and it's like, it would have been nice if they could have just left the batteries the same basically through the whole design. Except for maybe, you know, the first battery on our original GoPro, it was a strange thing. It was a big flat thing. So that one there I can see them getting rid of. Yeah, we couldn't use the tunnel underneath Circle Drive here because We're gonna wait for the light, Joe. I'm not going across till we get a crossing light. So yeah, but like I said, we'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to our channel, Out and About on the Recumbents. Brought to you by Out and About Productions, which is just the name I gave my my little production company. And like I said, it's a beautiful day. Thanks again for coming along. If you like what you see, please please hit the thumbs up for us. If you have a problem, give us a thumbs down, but either way, leave us a comment. I read all the comments and try to give you a decent answer, whether they're, you know, plus or minus, either one. And if you want to be advised when our next video will come out, or notified rather, basically on the YouTube you know, app or you know, on your computer, you click on the bell logo. You'll find a little bell logo, and that will let you it will basically notify you when our next video comes out. All right, okay, you've seen enough of my ugly mug. Hopefully we should be able to cross here just about now. Yeah, finally. Okay. All right. Well, here's a fairly good view of Pikes Peak, so I'm going to put this way up there. Yeah, the only problem with the older GoPros, this is a 6, so it's much newer than my other ones, because I started with an original, you know, the GoPro 1, or the, as I like to call it, the GoPro Hero 0, and then got a 2, and then a 3, and then I got a 3 Plus, and then a excellent gentleman named Roland gave me a GoPro Hero 4, so that's what Joe uses to take pictures, and it's our backup video camera. But I guess the newer ones have a they have a lens that you can slip over the front, and so, you know, it's like a telephoto, you know, ×2, ×3, whatever. And it would be nice to be able to have a, you know, a telephoto, even if it was only ×2. And it seems funny because, you know, they can put them into phones, but they don't put them internally into GoPro cameras for some reason. Really don't get it. Yeah, you can see there's still some ice here. Okay, down into tricycle mode here. Went a little too far. Should have only shifted into third. Shifted into second instead of, well, the second rear cog. I'm in the middle chain wheel. I have a triple. I have a what do I have? I believe I have a 46 36 26. Could be a 48 26 36, but I think, you know, this being an older one, it's probably the by 10T, so 46 36 26. Not quite a mountain bike. Much easier gearing than the standard configuration, which is 52 42 30, something like that, and not as good low gears as a mountain bike, which is 22 32 44 now. in the triples. So I got one in the middle. In the old days, they used to call this it a trekking triple, you know, for bikes that did long treks, you know. But don't even know if they have those kind of bikes anymore. I'm sure they do somewhere, but yeah. So like I said, we're just kind of cruising, enjoying the day. Thought we'd take you along a little bit. I don't usually record the way back as much as I do the way up, so I decided to make sure to do it a little different since we added the going off-road segment. At first it wasn't too bad, it was pretty dry, but the problem of it is that in the shade all of a sudden there was ice and really sloppy. But we kind of lucked out because we didn't get as muddy as I thought we would, at least by Joe's trike. And she got a little more mud on the side of her tires like I do now, or I already had. But we might try to if it's going to be windy tomorrow, what we might do is just run them over to the car wash. Now, we don't use high pressure. We found that if you put the money in, you're going to put out a certain amount of pressure without you having to pull the trigger. And that works really well. Because you don't want to use you don't want to blast these, because then you could push water past the seals in the hubs and stuff like that. But with just using whatever the system will give you, it works pretty good. More back view here. Yeah, we got another major road here to cross. That's Union. It's not quite as major as the last couple, but it's another very busy road. Yeah, that's the only bad thing about the Rock Island Trail, is that it crosses a lot of intersections, man. Basically, it pretty much ends right about where we live. So, well, once they get the connector trail all put together, it will. Right now, it ends at Jackson Street. Go for it, Joe. Okay, well, we got lucky. Okay, there's a really bad bump here, so I'm going to slow way down. Yeah, as you can see, that's quite the crack. Look at it, the wheels just fall right in there. Ugh. I'm gonna stop here for a minute. I need to get myself this time of year, the trees are budding, and I seem to have a very heavy allergy over the last 5 years to budding trees. So I need a throw drop. And as you can tell, Joe has not checked her mirrors. Howdy? She does that to me a lot. That's okay. I didn't get to tell her I was going to stop. But I've talked enough where I kind of have to take a throw drop here. Because until the trees, get leaves, me and my sinuses are not going to be friends. Bump. Yeah, See, them bumps are vicious, man. I mean, they're just vicious. This one's not too bad. You know, if they're 1 inches across, you're okay. But when they get to 2 to 4, it just feels like the whole trike's gonna break in half, you know? It won't. It's an ice trike. It's tough. Ice trikes come from England. So you know what kind of weather they have there, you know. They have rough weather in England, so they're made tough. Okay, Joe. Okay, here's another bump. Oh, Lord. Just horrible. Wouldn't be quite as bad if we had front suspension, but we don't. We have rear suspension, which does help a little, but ice really doesn't have that much suspension factor. You know, their suspension systems are not real, like to give you an idea, Stein trike, which is a Eastern European trike, it has 4 inches of travel, both front and rear. That's a lot. And then of course the Zeb, the tie flies, they have like, you know, 3.5. So you wouldn't even hardly feel these cracks with those 2 trikes. But when you we have solid front ends and you know, non-suspension, so, and when it drops down into that hole or that crack, I mean, you can just see Joe's bike just drop down into that crack, you know. And Joe's got a little better than I do because she's got a, have a good day, but she's got a set of the Schwably Big Apples on the front, which are a balloon type tire. So you can run them a little lower pressure, and you know, they don't, it doesn't mess them up rolling resistance wise. Where I have the opposites, mine are completely opposite. I have the original Green Guard Marathons, and I have the 1.50 width, and so they can be a high pressure tire, then go clear up to 100 psi. Although you would never want to do that unless you're racing, because man, talk about a brutal ride. Watch Joe's bike hit this thing. Let's see how much it drops that rear wheel. And that's a good, you know, that's a good 2-inch drop or more. There's another one right here. You see how it just makes the bike jump up and down. Yeah, this is the older asphalt part of the Rock Island Trail that's left. It's a real bummer that they won't finish it up, and because this is all that's left. All the rest of it is concrete, all the way to Powers. So what are we looking at here? Looks like we're down to about 20 minutes, and the battery's only got one. The battery's only got one bar left, so I have to see which one, what one runs out first, the battery or the card. I think the card said it had 20 minutes, but with only one bar on the battery, I don't know if it'll last for 20 minutes. But yeah, like I said, BJ and Joe Hondo out and about on the Recumbents, on the Rock Island Trail. I hope you're, wherever you are today, you're getting in a good ride. Or since tomorrow's the weekend, have a great weekend, and man, I hope you can get some riding in. No matter what you ride, you know, whether it be 2-wheel, 3-wheel, 4-wheel, it don't matter as long as you're riding. I mean, the only reason Joe and I don't share the road more with other riders is because since I don't have e-assist, I'm really slow. And it's so funny because in the old days, it was Joe who, you know, she was the slow one. Now she's got her e-assist. She can at least kind of hang in there with them at the back of the pack. And they just leave me in the dust.
Do we want to jump on here and go up that way?
Why?
We're all probably going back to the shed by now, aren't we?
I don't know. Now let's just go down this way.
Okay.
I think he's gonna stop for it, but this guy ain't. Nope. Get across here real quick. I had to get up a ways so Joe would be able to get across the street and not leave her out there hanging. Okay, let this gentleman go by here. Looks like a 5 or 6 speed townie. Basic path bike. Like I said, this is the newer section of the trail. You can see, very nice concrete. Hello. Mom out with her little one in a bike seat. Not sure I like bike seats, but I think I'd rather, if I had a, you know, like if our great grandkids were here, I'd get a, you know, I'd get a trailer, take them for a ride. But sadly, our grandkids and great grandkids, or our grandkids are, you know, 30 years old, so, or older, you know, so. But our great grandkids are still, you know, we got some that are still toddlers, you know. We've got a lot of them too. And we got twins on the way with my daughter Candy, his daughter Ashley. Yeah. It is a pretty day today. Really pretty day today. View of my cockpit here. just a old Timex watch and my bike computer GPS unit. Okay. And someday I'll have to change that because I got to hook on something else to put the display for the e-assist system. Like Joe has. But I was really fortunate on that because a friend of mine had an old TerraCycle headrest post. So I got that, and then got another adapter, and the folks at Angotech put it all together for me. And it's nice because it's real easy for Joe to read. Excuse me. Like I said, man, I get these allergies going. It just dries me out. Something terrible. That's the new. This is the new Rock Island Connector Trail right here. Goes down there where it says trail closed. You're gonna go underneath Nevada Avenue and then underneath Cascade Avenue. I don't know where Joe's going here. She's flying on me. Hey Joe, did you want to go over to Int?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Since we're here. Now, right now we turned onto the Shook's Run Trail. S-H-O-O-C-K-S. I think that's how you spell it. Run Trail. And this is another rail trail. So this is just an offshoot trail of the Rock Island when the Rock Island was 100%. Because Rock Island was a major train track. It was all the way through the city and then headed west. Actually, it might have turned and went to Denver. Bet it did. Because there's not much else, you know, between Colorado Springs and Denver. Especially back then. Now there's quite a bit. You got several towns. You got Centennial and Lone Tree and 3 or 4 different others. But yeah, when we get over here, we're going over to our credit union, and so I'll probably go ahead and have that be the official end of the video. Got to get over. There's a bike coming up. But yeah, like I said, thanks again for coming along. We appreciate it. I'm sure I'm getting down to the very end here. Okay. Okay, Joe. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, this guy's coming after me. Ah, shoot. Gonna have to go straight. I'm gonna go over here and park, dear. This is the Steer coffee and cocktail place, but it's a good place to turn around. And like I said, again, thanks for coming along, and we'll catch you next time. Always remember, ride low, ride slow, but always ride recumbent. Why? Because it's cool. Bye-bye for now.